Right. Just turn this off and we're live. Hello, everyone. Hope you had a good week. So we got it all sorted. Sorry, I just have to mess up with the settings because I don't have one of those fancy stream decks kind of thing and faders. It would be nice. But hello, everyone. Nice to see you all back. If you're watching me live, we're back with some Mass Effect 1. It's been a bit of a crazy week this time. As you remember, if you remember, at the end of this last stream, we came across this huge glitchy thing where we had a lot of blocks and everything, and I actually done some look at it, and apparently there's been a bug when, particularly with PC gamers, that when you get to Noveria peak 19, the lighting on this thing here would actually, the lighting effects would actually cause it to sort of glitch out the graphical setting, so it makes it look like a Minecraft block of black just showing there, so hence why it was a bit difficult to fight the enemies in this room last time. So having to dig through Steam and actually find out what's the solution, and the only quick fix is to change this whole lighting effect to how do I say it? Change this lighting effect to viewpoint unlit, so now it looks like it's like the graphics have been turned down, so it doesn't look like a realistic lighting effect, but I can see the characters. So it almost looks like I'm playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So you have to bear with that, but it's the only way if I'm going to look this through. Otherwise, unless you want me to see me play with black blocky designs, and hopefully I can shoot something. But I think for the purpose of saving me a lot of rage, I think it'd be better we do it this way. So last time we were left off, we've just reached peak 19. We're going to see where Matriarch Benezia is happening. So we're just Liara's mother, so we're going to see what happens. Anything mysterious up here? It's all locked down.
Why are the turrets facing the wrong way?
They want to keep their people in as much as they want to keep others out.
It does feel like I'm in Knights of the Old Republic. Boom, nice. Also, the other thing I've done this time around is I've actually spent time looking at my weapons and my settings. So now Shepard, if you see the middle down here, there, I don't know why I'm pointing here because you can't see it, but in the middle I've now got 4 bars of shield, which is much better than 1 last time. It's something I'm going to have to fix later on. That reminds me, I need to check something. I think I have... Yes, I have heavy armor on now. So, we're gonna just carry on with this. Oh my god. There's no graphics. Well, we have to put up with this. Camera?
Animals? Wind? This place is in bad shape.
Bloody hell, I forgot how scary they were. switch weapons. Tally doesn't know how to use assault rifle. She needs that, and the Ara no. She needs shotgun, and the Ara needs pistol. Try to keep it consistent. Oh my god. Which one is this?
Anything like them. Xenobiology is not my field. Maybe someone in the labs knows.
I love it that it says Rachni on top, but they sort of don't know who it is. Maybe I should have brought Rex. He would know who he would know who they are. Oh shoot! There we go. Well done. It's a bit unnerving hearing them like that.
Now it gets fun.
Maybe I should get my shotgun then as well.
Think we're good, Commander?
Okay. Oh no. Oh no, I bugged out. Do I have to restart this? I'm gonna have to restart this again. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, that's annoying.
Why are the turrets facing the wrong way?
They want to keep their people in as much as they want to keep others out.
Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it at every point like this, just to see what happens. Hopefully it's not going to be this whole stream just me just stopping and saving, to hopefully that it will work. Oh, it's going to be such a pain. Off we go. Yara's not there. Okay.
Animals? Wind? Oh, this place is in bad shape. Engaging target.
Why have you suddenly switched to assault rifles, you two? Switch over.
Xenobiology is not my field. Maybe someone in the labs knows.
Please don't crash. Please don't bug on me. I think that's the inherent risk when you play older games. The older they are, the more likely that you might have a problem with these bugs or something that's in newer games. This is the part you can't save. Okay. This is where I bugged out last time. Oh, it works this time. Good. But yeah, the older the game, the harder it is for the compatibility for the older stuff. Not unless you maintain a very old computer like an old XP, Windows XP, good old days. Can't save here.
A backup power system, Shepard. Must be for the station mainframe.
Trains, fusion reactor.
I can't make it.
Okay, so you can't enter the core. What was it again? Ah, here it is.
Critical startup error. Virtual intelligence user interface offline. Manual boot required.
Alright, let's have a look. Oh, I like the little details. A bit unnerving when you're trying to concentrate and you hear those squeals in the background. That means something. Ah, here it is, sorry. I'm being an idiot. Attempt manual reactivation. I don't recall this. I don't even know what to do here. God, I'm gonna be here forever. determined to get this right. God, this is one of those puzzles that will take me forever to figure out. You know what? Omni-gel. Oh no! What was it? I'm gonna have to cheat here because I don't know if I remember this thing. I don't think I ever did this. So it's move to core 2, then move that to core 3, and you move core 1 to core 1. That to core 2, that to core 1. Sorry, I'm gonna...
It looks like you're trying to restore this facility. Would you like help?
God, you can't see this.
You're the virtual intelligence that runs this place?
This system is monitored to respond to the name Mira. May I ask your name?
Commander Shepard. I work for the Citadel's Special Tactics and Reconnaissance.
One moment, please. Council authority confirmed. You are entitled to secure access of all systems. Please note that queries relating to corporate secrets require privileged access. Privileged access is only available to binary helix executives. This system is ready to process queries. You may access me at any holographic interface within Peak 15.
It's like a beacon flight there.
I need to find Matriarch Benezia.
Lady Benezia departed on the passenger tramway to the Rift Station subsidiary labs. User alert. The tramway system is currently inoperable.
What's the situation here?
One moment, please. Diagnostics in progress. Critical failure. Main reactor shutdown in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Critical failure. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger tram systems are offline. Report complete. Do you have an additional system status query?
Do you know why the reactor was shut down?
I'm sorry, but I was offline at the time. Shutdown could occur if reactor breach seems likely, or in the case of catastrophic laboratory containment failure. Emergency guidelines suggest the frigid environment will kill biological contagions. It may also damage mechanical ones.
Turn off the heat and hope the cold puts whatever you've unleashed to sleep. Nice.
Okay.
What do I need to do to get the power back on?
The valves to the helium-3 fuel line must be opened. This can be done at the controls on the reactor assembly proper.
What are the landlines, and why are they disabled?
The landlines connect my mainframes here at Central Station to the various sub-facilities of Peak 15. This allows the crew to remotely access my databases from the comfort and security of their labs. When emergency protocols were implemented within the hot labs, the cabling was automatically ejected.
How do I reconnect the landlines?
The landlines are designed for easy reconnection. The router for the landlines is on the roof of operations. Simply activate the controls and the hardware will reconnect and reboot automatically.
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
Tell me what occurred immediately before you shut down.
Stage 1 alert issued at Hot Labs. Contaminants released from Laboratory Pod Gamma. Emergency protocols implemented. Stage 2 alert issued at Hot Labs. Isolation tube breached. Tram shut down. Landline to Hot Labs disconnected. Stage 3 alert issued locally. Contaminants in tram tunnels. Station shutdown and evacuation initiated. Code Omega sent.
What sort of contaminants escaped?
I'm sorry, Commander. Inquiries related to our research require privileged access. Only
How
executives
convenient.
of binary
The creatures we've
humans-
encountered here, did they come from the labs?
I'm sorry, Commander. Inquiries related to our
They would
research...
Why were you taken offline?
In the event, Peak 15 must be sterilized for security purposes. My program and data are purged.
They kill you if something goes wrong?
My systems are permanently disabled. To be killed, I would need to be alive. I am merely a database program.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual
she's
restart required. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
Right, we'll focus on getting the reactor first, and then get the landlines, and we go to the station.
Now entering main reactor. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
There we go, that's what I was looking for.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
What the hell did I just fire? Oh, it's Geth. Oh, that's alright. What the hell? Oh.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart
There we
required.
go.
User alert. Landline connections are disabled.
The AG3 fuel lines cut.
Okay, we've done that.
I can't get there.
What an idiot. Thinking you can hide from there, I can blast them to pieces.
User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
Wish that person would shut up. Nope. Ah, there we go. Right, next one. Nice. Did I miss anything? Oh yeah. Let's get some of this up. Like that, and I'll need that. The Yara needs singularity, and give it out. And okay, what was it I was meant to do? So the reactor's done. Off we go, back down.
User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline. Online. How may I assist you?
Tell me what happened here. That's all I need.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
Save. So, let's think what I've been doing this week. Well, that is not involved with the boring stuff. Well, I've been playing. If you notice, obviously you know, we did the first stream together, me and Tony. Oh yeah, that was the thing I was supposed to say. Tony's got some busy stuff, got some commitments.
User alert.
Real life
Landline
stuff,
connections are
commitments.
Disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
And he's currently not available to come, so unfortunately we'll have to postpone that stream, the Unrailed stream, until next week. But don't worry, he'll come back on, and we're still debating on what other games we could play, because it's gonna be like a co-op space. So we were gonna pick some indie games that we're gonna play, as we said. So hopefully we'll come up with some more games. Maybe Factorio might be the next one. As a fault. We'll see how it goes. But that would be a good one to try.
To the roof. User alert. Landline connections
But we
are
did think
disabled.
Sea of Thieves, but then
User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
jeez, this is worse than the tannoy. This is worse than the PA announcements in the railway stations.
Something's in the...
Alright, what can she do?
It's over now.
Ugh.
User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline. Connections restored. Processing new data. User alert. Unable to connect to hot lab facilities.
What's this about loose contaminants?
Dangerous biological agents are present in the tramway decontamination chamber. The tram station has been sealed in the interest of crew safety. Activation of the fail-safe plasma jets is recommended.
How do I activate the failsafe system?
Controls for the fail-safe systems are located in the security checkpoint outside decontamination. User alert. The fail-safe system is currently inoperable.
What would it take to get the decon failsafes operating again?
There is a hardware fault in the control system. This can be repaired on-site using a standard Omni tool.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
So what was I saying? Yeah, we were thinking Sea of Thieves at one point, but then that one, I think a lot of people play that. I'm not one of those people who like to play games like that. I mean, I love Sea of Thieves, but what can we do there other than just sail across and just go blowing up stuff? Well, we could give it a try. We could give it a try, probably. but it'll be involving some new friends across, so we'll see how it goes. What's the other thing we could do? But I think in the next in the next month, after I'm sort of halfway through this game, I think I will try to. I'll try to do more streams during the weekday, probably the 1 or 2. But weekdays quite a bit of a mixed bag because with my work, it's a bit difficult to commit to a time or day to do it. Not to mention, I'm not one of the many pitfalls about playing, streaming is that I'm going to stream 7 days a week, and that's not my plan because we all got to have our own sort of things outside of what we do anyway, even streaming. So we're going to see from there.
Now entering decontamination and transit hub. User alert. Loose contaminants in the decontamination chamber. Access to passenger tramways inadvisable.
They are locked in.
I could bypass.
Burn, baby, burn. Who's Noveria?
Control group, loosen them. They're in. Can't escape. The tunnels now. We're sorry. The leads couldn't get to the struck. Get out while you can.
He killed himself because he was part of whatever happened here?
He must have felt there was no hope of surviving, that killing himself would be easier.
Online, connected to subsidiary facilities.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
Sneaky bastards.
I'm blocked! Something's in the way.
Bloody hell, that was scary.
Got it.
Try playing Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 throughout the weekend and you forget which control scheme's which. Feels like there's censorship over here. With that amount of fading. Right, let's save this.
Departing Central Station. Destination, Rift Station. Now arriving at Rift Station, Binary Helix Research Facility.
Here we go. It doesn't feel as scary now because the lighting normally would be a lot darker and gloomier, but because of this mod I have to do, it's kind of just not exactly ruin it, but it's just like made it a bit more darker. It's not as scary anymore. very literal, this thing. So I've been playing. So again, I was in the middle of Mass Effect 3 throughout the week. And I just sort of found there were some issues with the Citadel DLC. You know, that fun DLC where you have just an all-star kind of expendable style kind of thing, and yet a lot of hilarious stuff. And it was a problem because I couldn't get to see everyone, and I couldn't really. And the party bugged out a few times. And that was a problem. Hello.
Stand down. Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
Can those things work a train's controls?
Hell if I know. I'm not assuming any goddamn thing. Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't shoot, but I'd like to know who you are.
My name is Shepard. I'm a Spectre.
I won't look a heavily armed horse in the mouth. The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han Olar got out, and he ain't all there anymore. The first we knew, the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
You were taken by surprise and had civilians to protect. You did a good job, Captain.
Yeah? Sure as hell doesn't feel like it. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
I'm not gonna let any of your people die.
All I can do is hold out here and protect the civilians. There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card will let you activate it. Can take you down to the hot labs. Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
Tell me about Rift Station.
I can't talk about everything. What do you need to know?
Tell me about the defenses here.
Secure enough that you shouldn't poke in corners.
I was just impressed with your operation. Being able to weather a week of assaults is no mean feat.
Only the best get assigned to high-security facilities like this. What impresses me most is the turrets, alarms, and cameras. They're all routed through a central location out by the quarantine labs. One guy can lock down the whole facility. The security hub's the last logical fallback, and we'd have cover from the turrets all the way.
What kind of research is done here?
Beats me. I'm not supposed to know. So long as people don't start dying, it's not my problem.
What can you tell me about the aliens?
Ask Dr. Olar. He's the only one who made it out of the hot labs. He's the only Volus left in here.
I need to know more about the situation in the hot labs.
The facility's off the network. The only way to find out would be to send scouts down the elevator, and I won't send my people to their death.
Did the aliens come from inside the facility, or did they attack from outside?
You want my personal opinion? Labs like that exist to do stupid crap that gets people killed.
Tell me about the structure of the hot labs.
It's built into one of the glaciers further down the mountain. Real old, thick, stable one. Something goes wrong, they heat it up and sink it into the ice. Normally, the crew gets to the labs using a tram from Central Station. We've got an elevator that connects directly, but it's for emergency use only. Listen. I'm not sending my people down there. It's too dangerous. You understand?
You're certain the matriarch is still in the hot labs?
She hasn't come back here. You came through Central Station, so she ain't there.
How are your people holding up?
We weren't expecting the initial wave. They made it inside. We lost some good people. Those of us left are short-handed. We've kept order by long shifts and stems. I don't like it, but I don't see an alternative.
He almost looked like a Sontaran. One's from Doctor Who.
I've got work to do.
Yeah, I hear that. Hell! Man the perimeter!
Go, go, go! Go, go, go!
It's over now.
Thanks for the help. Every few hours, a group comes up the tram tunnel. It's actually better since we locked down the elevator.
I'll do whatever I can.
I don't know why they keep throwing themselves against our defenses. Even animals should learn not to stick their noses where it hurts.
Nothing interesting here.
You're not gonna go to the hot labs, are you?
Where did they come from? Were they in the lab? I never went in the high security areas. What?
You're a member of the science teams?
Recently transferred, yes.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do here?
Molecular genetics. I specialize in biotic-enhanced allele-specific hybridization.
That's a bit technical for me.
I am very good at tracking inherited variations in genetic sequences. I'm sure you would find it quite dull.
You seem less upset at this situation than the others.
That is one of the virtues of the meditation you interrupted.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Alestia Alice from the University of Arraeus. Is there anything in particular you want to know, or should I just spout random?
Did I interrupt something?
I was meditating. I suppose to a species as brash as yours, it would appear to be inattention.
Do you know Matriarch Benezia?
Why ask me, and not your friend?
Because I do not know anything about the matriarch.
Then why would I?
That's all for now.
Then I will return to my meditations.
Uncertain. I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious to know what you're doing here.
I heard there were some problems up here.
Furtively, I am concerned about the state of our guards. Many have been awake for days. For now, with forced cheer, I still have a limited supply of equipment to sell.
Let's have a look.
Regretfully, most of my stock is being appropriated by Captain Ventrellus.
We'll find a use somewhere. Anything level 1, level 2. Don't need that. Keep that for now. Sorry, the menu's a bit slow on this one, so you have to bear with me. Oh.
Relieved. It's pleasant to see.
Let's have a look.
Regretfully.
Definitely not. Just a little bit of shopping. That's expensive. I'll give that a try. And I'll get the biotic amp. Yeah, biotic amp. You know, having played Mass Effect 3, I've realized there's so many things they've changed that they've sort of retconned some of the lore. For example, Rex in this game, he has a lot of biotics. He can, you know, use biotics. In the other game, he doesn't really have biotics. He's just more like have a lift grenade and that's it. And you don't need, and then there's no amp. Biotic amps you need. That's usually for they only kept it to humans because Asarias are natural biotics. Humans by default are not. So that's a bit interesting. Singularity, yeah. Because in number 3, that becomes her main weapon, which is very, very useful. Shotguns, definitely need a shotgun there. And equipment. Yes. So the arrow was supposed. So I'm supposed to do something here. Give it that. That will do. That looks like something that Ashley would wear. There we go, that's better. Yes, please, that one. She'll need that. Okay, we're good. Let's carry on.
What do you want?
I didn't mean to bother you.
No, you did nothing wrong. I'm just distracted.
What happened to these people?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of
But
the
you're
company.
going to, because I might be able to help.
I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable than their secrets. You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety protocols for our experiments.
We reactivated her on our way through Central Station.
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she came online, the automatic equipment wouldn't work. We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These three were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
Very exquisite accent.
I understand your caution, but I need details. What you say won't go beyond these walls.
It's a bioweapon, based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature. But there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species. Thoros B is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
Do you imagine that distinction makes this ethical?
Militaries, governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
There's a reason the Citadel conventions forbid bioweapons, Doctor.
I didn't expect you'd understand. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
Is he right to keep people out?
No, the toxin has a brief period of viability. After that, it breaks down into simple protein chains. But he won't listen to me.
I'll talk to him. Maybe I can convince him to let me try.
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do anything, I'd appreciate it.
What will it take to get the cure for these people?
The quarantine labs are near the science team's quarters. Once you're in there, look for our notes. It should just be a matter of following our processes.
How's the science team holding up?
Better than Ventralis' guards. They've been on alert since the first attack. I've been administering stims at their request. But every species needs to sleep. They're getting twitchy, irrational.
Are you the doctor here?
I'm a doctor, but not the doctor. My specialty is microbiology, not first aid.
I am the doctor.
We had a medic, Dr. Salah, but we lost him. The automatics can handle basic treatment. Mira runs them.
Talk to you later.
I hope you can do something.
Oh, that's nice. You just talk to us like...
This system is online and ready to provide emergency.
Think you could run that?
Certainly, Commander. One moment, please.
Right, where we go? For us. And start and do like any RPG. Loot everything. Yay! Anything happens, you just slap some Omni Gel and that's it. It sorts out for you. Okay. I don't know where I'm going, but I can...
Warning. Watchdog protocol is active.
Okay, so we're not going down there. Let's see if we can speak to the guy first and see if there's anything.
Something you need?
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab. I'd like to recover the toxin cure.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination.
We're not part of your defense plans. We're consuming extra rations, extra Medigel.
Yeah, but you also have extra guns. All right, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door behind you. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
Those are reasonable precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
I've got work to do.
You and me both.
Okay, so... Quarantine. Security and quarantine. Okay, so that's where we need to go. Run and run. So I picked up. So I was playing some Citadel, and then now I've just realised I need to restart some of the Mass Effect 3 stuff. So I went to have a look at the mods, and I've realised this expanded Galaxy mod was a bit more different. And there was a lot more added stuff, so I ended up adding more mods and sort of restarting the game. And it was kind of nice. It was actually a lot more. It was more fluid, but again, when you add more mods, the more likely it's going to collapse. You know, bugs like music playing out. There was a bug where the game was keep playing over and over, even though we finished the cutscene. It was very annoying. You know, it is what it is. Ah, this guy.
You came to find out about them, didn't you?
You mean those things out there?
Yes. I'm the only survivor from the hot lab, you know.
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
Rachni? That's preposterous.
Where did they come from?
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg. Waiting since the last battles. They brought it here.
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
I don't have any control over who lives or dies here. Do you?
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Crazy? I'm sane. God, am I sane.
How can I get into the maintenance area?
A team lead would have access. Like Dr. Cohen. He's in the medical bay.
I heard you were at the hot labs. How did you make it out alive?
I killed her.
Who?
Dr. Zonmua. We were going to lunch when the alarms went off. I ran into the tram, and I closed the doors. She banged on the window once, then they sliced her to pieces. Her head came apart like a melon.
Very graphic.
I closed the door. I killed her.
Tell me what you know. I'll make your survival mean something.
You think I want absolution? There is none.
Could Matriarch Benezia survive in the hot labs?
It's possible. The specimens were sensitive to biotics.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
Okay, this one will get you. How can you tell jokes? So this hydrogen atom says to another hydrogen. I lost my own.
Let's see. Yep. I came down this way. I swear I went somewhere. This is so confusing. Right. Down there. That's what we're doing.
You're not part of the crew.
Call me Shepard. I'm a spec.
There aren't any. Look, Plague doesn't care who you are. This lab is under quarantine. What do you want?
I have Ventralis's permission to go in there.
Yeah, he radioed. He also said you have to prove you're not contaminated. You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
How do I prove that I'm not? Okay. So this is the part I need shots.
Your mission ends here, Shepard.
I thought she seemed odd.
You're a sleeper agent for Benezia.
I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity
No,
arise.
the
And here
activate.
you are, trapped in this lab. Weapons free!
Kill them all.
Think we got him, Commander.
Well, at least the... Oh no, the activate's stuck. Oh dear. Ah, the joys. Okay, let's see if I load it. Let's see if I load it in and see if it helps. Yes, it's out. Yes! It's out.
The guard, Shepard. Just for being in her way.
They came out of there.
You mean the inorganics the Asari had with her?
Venezia brought them with her.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we know. So now we've done that. That was easy. At least if we're not in open spaces, I just use the shotgun and just blast the crap out of them. Lovely. So yeah, this week's gonna be one of the. Unfortunately, I've got one of those busy weeks coming up, so I'm not sure if I'll be playing much games next week. But I'm enjoying replaying Mass Effect 3. I'll admit. But I've sort of picked up but just before I played this, started the stream, I was actually playing. Excuse me, a motorsport manager, which is kind of like a Formula One kind of manager team. It's really fun for one of those things. Probably one other thing that I like other than Football Manager. Unfortunately, it's one of those things I get engaged and I spend hours and hours, and eventually I've wasted like several days playing it. But that's one of those games that have a lovely mod where they add all the extra content for like current Formula One stuff.
Is that the cure? You did it?
That Asari scientist, the one in the mess hall, she just tried to kill us.
Alestia? That's unbelievable. I don't know much about her. She arrived a month ago. One of the shareholders pulled strings to get her here.
Let me guess. Saren, the Spectre?
Yes. I think that was the name. I don't pay attention to the other research teams. Look. The guards? They've been more on edge since you got here. I think they were expecting you. And there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
What about the maintenance area?
The maintenance area? Yes. Let me see that file. An extension on Phelps' work? I can't thank you enough. Oh, God, what a cliché. You saved their lives, do you know that?
Could you spare a few medical packs?
You didn't get these from me. Ventralis wanted them. I need to administer this. Thanks again.
Okay, let's move up. Singularity. Quarian done. The journal, the last part, is the back door.
Warning, Watchdog protocol is active.
You must die!
Well, that's not what I wanted. Hold on, let me do it again. Right, let's do that again. Looks like there's some storms ahead. Ah, I remember this. I remember this distinctly. This was a bit painful.
Securing point.
Holding position.
Perimeter clear.
Force to salvage. Oh yeah, you can't infinitely carry stuff. Funny. Well, Omnigel once. Oh, is it the final level? Okay. I didn't realise this was the final one. Okay, this is where it gets a bit tricky. Major Abinettia. Voiced by Marina Sirtis, or Councillor Deanna Troy from
You
Star
do
Trek.
not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Liara's here because she wants to be, not because I asked her to.
Indeed. What have you told him about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
I can't believe you'd kill your own daughter.
I
Wow,
now
the voice.
realize I should have been stricter with her.
Stasis. Oh god, gotta get rid of the ads. Oh! Didn't like that, did you? Okay, how do I get out of this? Oh, I can't get out of this, can I?
Target online.
Wow. Let's see which one. Yes, we're out of the way, finally. Help! There we go, finally.
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
The Rachni didn't cooperate with you. Why should I?
I will not betray him. You will... You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions. Briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Why are you able to break free of his control now?
I sealed a part of my mind away from the indoctrination, saving it for a moment when I could help destroy him. It will not last long.
So you could turn on me again?
Yes, but it would not be my will, Shepard. People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
She doesn't... I like it that they changed how the matriarchs look as Asari. They put the Universal because she looked weird as a matriarch. As Asari, to be honest.
Sovereign's not like other ships. Where did it come from?
I cannot say. The Geth did not build it. Its technology is far more advanced than that of any known species. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at his feet and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
How does something that big go missing?
4,000 years ago, a star nearby went supernova. The shockwave propelled the relay out of its system, but did not damage it. Its precise vector and speed are impossible to determine. As millennia passed, the nebula created by the nova enveloped the relay. It is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
Someone on Noveria found it?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
How did the Rachni find it?
They searched, patiently. They are territorial creatures, driven to close any possible way into their systems.
Why does Saren need the Mu relay?
He believes it will lead him to the conduit. I would tell you more if I could, but Saren did not share his counsel with me. I was merely a servant to his cause.
You can still make it right. Give me the information.
I was not myself, but I should have been stronger. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should. You should.
Mother, don't leave. Fight him.
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die. I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
Hold on. We've got Netagel. Maybe we can...
No. He is still in my mind. I am not entirely myself. I never will be again. Mother! Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn. No light. They always said there would be a...
Okay, there. The sound in the background. Now what? Oh, the dead have risen. Like the dead risen again.
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Musics? What?
Your way of communicating is strange. Flat. It does not color the air. When we speak, one moves all. We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
How are you speaking through her?
Our kind sing through touchings of thought. We pluck the strings, and the other understands. She is weak to urging. She has colors we have no names for. But she is ending. Her music is bittersweet. It is beautiful. The children we birthed were stolen from us before they could learn to sing. They are lost to silence. End their suffering. They cannot be saved. They will only cause harm as they are.
I don't understand. Why are your children killing people?
These needlemen, they stole our eggs from us. They sought to turn our children into beasts of war, claws with no songs of their own. Our elders are comfortable with silence. Children know only fear if no one sings to them. Fear has shattered their minds.
I understand. A child left alone in a closet until she is 16 would not be sane.
If you're sure they can't be saved.
It is lamentable, but necessary. Do what you must. Before you deal with our children, we stand before you. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
Look, those tanks? Acid. Strong enough to kill anything, no matter its biology. They wouldn't have installed that if they weren't afraid of the consequences of her getting loose.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people.
What choice should I pick for this one?
If I let you live, would you attack other races again?
No. I do not know what happened in the war. We only heard discordance, songs the color of oily shadows. We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
Are you a survivor from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only an egg, hearing Mother cry in our dreams. A tone from space hushed one voice after another. It forced the singers to resonate with its own sour yellow note.
Love the
Then
word
we
yellow.
awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
You will give us the chance to compose anew? We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness to our children.
If you play Mass Effect 3, you know this is one of the most best choices of letting them go. Because I tell you right now, you play Renegade completely, it becomes a lot more difficult to play through and finish it. This way then. Oh, good, I can move. Those boxes there were so frustrating. Okay. Let me see if I can get rid of some of the older ones. On the gel. Ooh. I suppose if you have the mouse, you probably can move it up and down. Bit like that. Sorry, a bit of admin stuff. What's the unlit view mode? It's you have to go into the console for it. So when you go console here, you have to press view mode unlit and type type that number on the top line. It's because the because if I turn it back on, I'll show you view mode lit. Oh, it's fine now, but what happened was at the beginning of the last stream, everything was sort of blocky, like a Minecraft kind of thing, so you couldn't actually see the characters or any enemies or anyone, and it was difficult. Yeah, I haven't got around. Yeah, I only just managed to look at this about an hour before, so I didn't have time, and I'm only playing this just once so often, so I don't tend to do it as much. So I think it's much easier if I just did this for now. But I think it's, if I leave it for now, I think it'll be all right for now. But yeah, when it was at the beginning of Peak 19, that was the problem. Maybe it might show up later, but yeah, it was a bit of a glitch. But yeah, thanks for that. I really appreciate that. Oh, does it? Okay, I'll have a look at that after I'll have a look after today's stream. But thank you for that, Hero. Appreciate that. Imagine that, trying to play Saren in the middle of the Citadel and it's all enemies and everything again. For AMD CPUs. Maybe that's why I never had a problem, because I just realized now looking at that, I used to have an Intel CPU.
Are you here to secure the situation?
That's right. I'm a Council Spectre. Who are you?
I am Yaroslav Tartakovsky, the operations director. I would stand and shake hand, but...
oh, it's a Russian.
You must listen to me. If we do not contain our mistake, they will drop bombs from the battle stations. You understand?
You let these things out?
I am only following the orders. Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Rachni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
A 1,000-year-old egg hatched?
Yes. Very tough to be so long frozen. That it survived the centuries, this is miraculous. Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass-produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Rachni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
Hold on. Don't you need a male to get eggs?
Queens are born carrying the genetic code of their fathers. Eggs are carried away from the colony to hatch alone. Queens can lay eggs in hours and have a colony in days. This is how they spread so quickly.
Separating them from their mother didn't work.
This was exactly the wrong thing to do. I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Rachni are uncontrollable.
Then all we need to do is bring her here.
No, I am sorry, but this will not work. These Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
I'm not familiar with the purge system.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
Once the purge is armed, we'll have to fight our way out. Give us a minute to patch up and rearm.
Sure. I wait here. Mother always say I would meet a bat.
Right, let's give this a shot. Let's blast some more fools.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
Are there any survivors in here?
Lady Benezia, an executive secretary of Binary Helix. There are no other living crew members within the lab structure.
I need information on the neutron purge.
The neutron purge is a fail-safe system installed within the isolation tube area. In the event of irretrievable containment loss, it is used to resolve the situation.
What exactly does this thing do?
The purge is a neutron burst weapon. 2 volumes of fissionable materials are brought together to form a critical mass.
I hate to say it almost sounds like a nuclear weapon, but it's
Most of the
different.
energy is released in the form of high-speed neutrons. This radiation is instantly lethal to any known form of life within 5...
We would be wise to avoid touching any controls.
That is advisable for all systems within this facility.
We're moving on.
Logging you out, Commander. Online. How can I help you?
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without...
Who would have the code?
Director of Operations, Yaroslav Tartakovsky.
We're moving on.
Logging you out, Commander.
I am feeling not so well.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira destruct...
Ooh, nice. Very alien-like.
Online. How
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code author...
Who would have the code?
Director of Operations, Yaroslav Tartakovsky.
We're moving on.
Log...
In the operations center.
Logging you out, Commander.
I think this is the fun part.
Activate the neutron.
I'm sorry, but...
Code input.
Here we go. Okay. We're done here, finally. It almost took only took an hour and a half to finish this whole thing. Oh dear, I think if I go back to the normal station, this is when the blocks come up again. Oh, that's alright.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu relay?
The Mu relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
What a bitch.
Sorry, Commander.
We're done here. Crew, dismissed.
Noveria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Noveria?
And then released the Queen. Do you have any idea what you've done? How many generations until they overrun the galaxy?
Blah.
This Queen is different. She understands why her kind had to be wiped out last time around.
I hope you're right, Shepard. Our children's children will pay the price if you're not.
We'll be waiting for your next report, Commander.
So the one thing I found out, I think could be best, I found out after playing Mass Effect 3 recently, is that I'm really getting fed up with Ashley being very, very bitchy about it. Having to explain stuff. Oh, I've left service. No, I don't believe you. I think, normally I usually let Kaidan die, but I think this time I'm going to let him live, because I think I want to see her die for once. I've not exactly seen Kaidan in Mass Effect 3, really. But it's funny, I let Ashley live, but I always prefer Liara to be the romance thing. So, oh well.
Boy, am I glad to be off of Noveria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
I have to go.
All right, see you.
All right, so I don't think we have. I think we can do a couple of side missions and then move on from there. Because if I try to start the next one, Pharos, that's going to be quite a big one. Squad, I think that's fine. Let's get some dialogue and hear some of the best story. Let's see if he's going to see anything. I love it, the slow walk up there.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from ours. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting.
Anything I can do?
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Except for you, of course. Besides, I fared a lot better than some after Kinetics was through.
I haven't heard anything about Kinetics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the training on Jump Zero. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop... Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and EZO. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just... And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
I'm sure Kinetics did what they thought.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Killing Saren's, what was Benezia anyway? Second in command? Advisor? Anyway, it should set him back a bit. I'm sure Dr. Tassoni's hurting, though. Poor kid. Having to kill her own mom.
Any opinion on the Rachni?
Off the record? If we had the option, I'd as soon have left it to the Council. We weren't out here during the Rachni War. I'm not sure we have any business getting involved.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
You become very ignorant of what? Very ignorant of who you should believe. Vanish. No one there, so that's fine. Dr. Chaplas and Liara. She's gonna say something. Stand up.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence.
God, the lighting's so
strength.
dark here.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
Well, we don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
Sounds like a Krogan there.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
Williams and I are just friends, nothing more.
Yeah.
My
Friend-zoned.
I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
We bang, okay? I don't know. I mean, who are the other romance you can have after the end of the series? Miranda, Tally. Tally would be nice. Jack. Definitely not Ashley, because I'm not gonna choose her. Is there anyone missing? Yeah. Okay. Might as well go for the hour. Go for the blue girl as always.
No, you were right. There is
Always
something
the popular
between
one.
us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
These things never make sense. They just happen, and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
I'll keep you safe.
I am not looking for a protector. This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. You. I need some time.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Yes, Commander?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I wasn't going to speak to her. Who else is down here? It is Tally, Rex, and Ashley. Now that's the speed of the elevators should be. Yes, of course.
Good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while.
Well, not as much as you.
I spoke to him already.
That case was a bit...
disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts. Organs, mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
Sorry if you hear the little press. Sometimes when the dialogue stops, it tries to load the next one, so I'm trying to preempt it, not trying to skip on this one.
You've seen this before on
Get a better flow.
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one Elcor diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic.
But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized. So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development. But there was nothing. No Salarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threaten? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body.
Sounds like Criminal Minds stuff here.
That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them all. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. We just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
Well, it's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
I suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
But I think that was the part you have to convince him whether he's Paragon or Renegade.
Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Commander. They proved that 2,000 years ago.
Jeez,
I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. You know, you really should talk. Just saying, Commander.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home. Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the Lieutenant, Chief?
Of course not, sir. Fraternization is against regulations. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I met Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. Same as you, I expect. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
I was an only child, but I get the idea. At least one of my parents was always on duty.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen Hellwire away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand-to-hand.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
Good. That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Still don't like it.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart,
God, keep
much
talking.
have I seen and known. Cities of men and
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter. Only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
Well, I was going to say we're going to do a mission, but I think all this talking sort of took up the time. You know, Mass Effect, that's how it is.
So,
let's see if we can fit
we've got
this.
Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good? He's rotten. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet.
It's a bit long.
I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
Rex sounds a bit monotone, almost like an Elcor in this game. When he's in 2 and 3, he sounds a lot better. But you know, have to bear that in mind. This was the first game. They didn't know what he would be
What
like.
did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him. So I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight, so we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Shepard. Shepard. God, I missed that.
Oh,
Tully.
hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop saying
I always like Tali.
Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I actually did romance her once, and I actually like her dialogue. It sounds the most genuine, most emotional part, and it really hits you hard. I love that. Especially when you on the final assault on Mass Effect 3, and she says, I have a home. Yeah, gets me every time.
I should go.
See you later.
Right, so sorry about that. That was kind of a bit of a. I wasn't intending this to be just a very long way of trying to, spin out the time, run the clock down to say, oh, the stream's ending down. I was actually intended just to finish it, but this is a game that you have to speak to people because you get a lot of things and build up stories. So, I think the plan will be next time. Will be we'll do some side assignments. We'll do side missions, and we'll try and see if we can do Pharaohs. But I think it won't be a side mission kind of a thing. So it's like one stream will be full main mission, and one will be side mission kind of thing. But yeah, so there will be no stream. So just a reminder, there will be no Unrailed stream this evening for this week because Tony's are busy with family commitments. But he'll be back. Don't worry. I will be back next week, same time, Sunday, to play Mass Effect again, and then we'll just see if we go from there. If I am, hopefully, I'm gonna float around this idea of introducing a third stream so we can keep this ramped up as well. So maybe another game of some sorts with some new lots of people, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so we've come to the end of the stream. So hope everyone enjoys themselves and have a good week, and obviously stay safe.